Days of Our Lives Daily Spoilers March 10th to 14th. Johnny horrified and Kristen panics. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers show that Johnny DiMera is fully affrighted coming week and Kristen DiMera is in a fear with veritably good reason. Days of Our Lives spoilers. So on Days of Our Lives, Kristen DiMera got her mama, Rachel Blake, out of jail after she smelled another capture. She brought her home, and nearly incontinently after promising to bear herself, Rachel Blake has gone missing. That's because she crept out of the manse and into Ava Vitale's room. When Ava comes back from seeing Brady Black, there's her former prisoner, and she's making pitfalls. I'm sure this is about Kristen saying that the reunion is no way going to be with her and Brady. Meanwhile, Kristen absolutely fears the worst because if her mama Hess not there, she knows she's off wreaking annihilation nearly. Holly Jonas chews out DA Melinda Trask, and I wonder if it's because she bought that hedge choker that Doug III stole and also Leo Stark helped vend and is now in the hands of Melinda. Did she buy it immorally, or did she buy it without knowing it was stolen? I wonder if Holly is going to try and get it off Melinda to give back to Julie Williams, but the question is, who's going to repay Melinda for the plutocrat? Rafe Hernandez wants answers from EJ DiMera. He remembers being at the manse, he remembers seeing Arnold Feniger and also nothing differently. But he does have recollections of EJ and Arnold together, so he doesn't have a link from one to the other. Rafe wants to know where his recollections went, and of course, EJ's not going to tell him anything. Teresa's surprise return and family drama unfolds on Peacock. Teresa showed back over on Friday. She finds out on Monday that she's due to be a grandma because of Sophia Choi and Tate Black, but when she's talking to her son about it, Teresa's like, "Oh, I'm going to be a grandma." Tate's like, "Well, if the sprat goes up for relinquishment as they plan, also she really wouldn't be a grandma." I wonder if Teresa is going to turn around and have the same mindset as Amy Choi, like, "Oh, let's just keep the baby." Tuesday, March 11th, is season 60, occasion 142. Sean Brady confides in Jack Jr. Devereaux. He has a discussion with him at work, and Sean tells him that he slept with Jada Hunter, explaining the circumstances. JJ is wondering if Jada will turn around and tell Rafe, because that would be awkward. They all know each other, they all live in the same small city, it's about to get messy. Brady and Ava on Tuesday. Brady and Ava have an argument on Tuesday. He talked her into not pressing charges, indeed though she's veritably unhappy about what his partner did to her. Ava is furious at Brady, and she may be coming back around to, "I'm just going to press charges. I'm not going to put up with this. I'm not going to have this lunatic creeping around me, and you'll just have to figure it out." Gabby exposes Belle Black to Paulina Price, and she may tell the mayor that the DA slept with the ex-DA. Is Gabby going to tell Paulina that Belle's been shagging EJ? Speaking of him, he's riding Rafe and Jada on Tuesday because they've no evidence, so they can't do anything to him. However, you're going to want to make sure that you watch Days of Our Lives all coming week, but especially the last couple of days of the week because a stunner drops that leads to an unimaginable act of violence, if you have been skipping occurrences. Gestation plots and preemption plans toast up Salem on Days of Our Lives. On Wednesday, on Days of Our Lives, Javi Hernandez makes a suggestion to Leo. We're also going to see Stephanie Johnson this week warning Alex Kyriakis that Joy Wesley may be pregnant, and she's going to go ahead and get those test results. Joy is going to advertise commodity to Alex and Stephanie. To me, that sounds like gestation because why would you advertise a not gestation? That'd be the alternate unplanned gestation plot going on at the same time, but it's a cleaner, and that's a standard commonplace. Sarah Horton talks to Maggie Horton Kyriakis about her enterprises, and I'm sure it's about Philip Kyriakis and Xander Cook and what they're conniving. Speaking of them, Philip and Xander are conniving, they're agitating their DEA preemption plans they're cooking up with Weigh-In. Chad DiMera gets near to Kat Green. Missing persons, admissions, and family secrets rock Days of Our Lives. On Thursday's Days of Our Lives, Marina tells Belle her plan. She's veritably worried that John Black has gone missing. And Shane Donovan is dodging her calls. She told Steve Johnson and Marina said she was going to go to DC and defy Shane, and Steve insists on going on. At this point, we'll find out if Marina has formerly gone or if she's packing her bags to go to DC, but they surely need some answers, and we're getting down to the wind-up story on this. Paulina offers Chanel Dupree and reason on Thursday, and Johnny DiMera gets tough with EJ. He's not happy with his pater. There's a lot of allegations flying around about Arnold being in city and EJ being involved with him, but of course, there's no establishment evidence. Effects get bad on Days of Our Lives. Effects take a more serious turn for the DiMeras on Friday, March 14th, occasion 145 of season 60. Sophia and Tate are still hopeful they might still be suitable to make this relinquishment be. Meanwhile, EJ makes a concession to Belle, but it's veritably hard to imagine that he'd make a full concession. Perhaps Belle's trying to betray that concession out of him. Holly and Doug III are brainstorming on how to get back Julie's choker. I'm guessing they could guilt Melinda into giving it back. And they presumably did have the plutocrat to buy it off of her. And knowing Melinda, she'd presumably charge them double what she paid. This is the big deal on Friday's Days of Our Lives. Johnny's finding out a huge secret. This week, Roman Brady tells Johnny that he really has no idea who his pater, EJ, really is, and Johnny insists that his pater cannot be worse than Arnold, who's a robber. This is when Roman tells him, so is EJ. Johnny winds up talking to Kate Roberts, and she confirms to Johnny that EJ did indeed force his mama, Sammy Brady. We're just a couple of weeks down by the end of this week to having Sammy back. Allison Sweeney is returning for this part of the story bow, and she's also going to confirm to her son, yes, this really happened. Days of Our Lives. Did Gabby just make herself top suspect in upcoming Who Shot EJ riddle? Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Gabby Hernandez may have just made herself the top suspect in a major riddle. We know from the season 60 promo that EJ DiMera will eventually get shot, so Gabby's recent jest may come back to suck her. Since Gabby was frustrated over EJ stonewalling her, she decided to hold EJ at gunpoint to pry some answers out of him. Gabby nearly pulled the detector on EJ and might have actually done it if JJ Devereaux hadn't shown up when he did. JJ got updates on the real Rafe Hernandez being the man at the Salem PD, so he brought good news to Gabby at exactly the right time. That said, JJ witnessed Gabby nearly fire at EJ in his own living room. As a result, JJ is bound to be suspicious when EJ is ultimately set up in that same room with a projectile crack. Days spoilers suggest Gabby could land on the hot seat and be forced to defend her innocence if she's not responsible. In a recent interview with SOD, Sherry Jimenez dropped some hints about what's ahead for Gabby on Days. After Days of Our Lives, Jimenez mentioned Gabby's revengeful side coming out over the Rafe and Arnold Feniger exchange. She suggested it would lead to further trouble laterally. Her showing up at his house with a gun is going to produce chaos, as well. It's going to helical into a set of circumstances, and it's going to produce a situation where Gabby's going to be put in a really intriguing position as far as where everything leads, Jimenez said. When we read between the lines then, that could mean Gabby will get indicted of trying to kill EJ when someone actually goes after him. Once EJ is a bloody mess on the bottom of the DiMera manse, JJ may calf Gabby and worry she's the reason why. Gabby might indeed get arrested if someone tries to plant substantiation against her in this forthcoming Days plot. It all depends on who'll actually be to condemn and how far they might go to cover it up. Anyhow, it's doubtful Gabby will authentically be responsible for firing at EJ. Let's stopgap the verity will be on Gabby's side and that it'll keep her out of captivity in the end. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Gabby may land in a tight spot in the meantime, so stick with us for further on the jam ahead of her. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.